Good morning, students. We're going to do the Unit 1A test review, and then this is just an opportunity to refine our skills before the test. So we're going to draw and label a picture of each term. Once you have drawn all of them, create a diagram/visual that organizes the terms from simplest to most complex. All right, remember these are the building blocks of geometry. So a line can look something like this. All right. So some facts about a line is exist in one dimension. We'll just write 1D for one dimension. And it goes infinite in two directions. Alright, so those are some fun facts about a line. Other fun facts we'll talk about later is that they're defined by at least 2 points. And once they have 2 points, have infinitely many. Lines are unmeasurable. They go infinite in both directions. Then a line segment can look something like this, right? This is also one dimension, but it has a beginning I spelled beginning wrong. Oops. We'll just write starts and ends. There's a starting point, there's an end point. Alright, this has a finite length. I can go to Home Depot, buy a tape measure, and measure the length of this line segment. A plane exists in two dimensions. Alright, think about an infinite amount of lines just stacked up on each other. So it goes in two dimensions, and it goes infinite in all directions. Kind of hard to draw going infinite in all directions, but it does. Then a point is just boop right there. This is actually 0 dimensions. It doesn't have a length, a width, a height. It just represents an exact point in space. Alright? And then a ray. Not Ray from the new Star Wars series, but Ray from geometry. Alright, this goes in one direction, and it goes infinitely, or it's one dimension, but it only goes infinite in one direction. It begins, then goes on forever and ever. Alright, so let's, from simplest to most complex. The simplest one, we'll write a little thing above it, will rank is point. Alright, 0 dimensions. It's the only 0-dimensional geometric figure that we're talking about. It's a weird looking one, but it is. Next one would be the line segment. It has a beginning and an end. It exists in one dimension, but it begins and ends. Next is the ray. It begins, but then never ends. So it does go infinite, but only in one direction. Then a line, because like a ray, it goes infinite in one direction, but then it also goes infinitely in the other direction. And then plane, it's 2 dimensionals, go infinite in all directions. So that's the power rankings right there. Alright, so you guys, as we're listening to this, sometimes you guys say, I don't know how to review for test, I don't know how to study. I stole a lot of these problems from the guided notes, or practice problems, or the iBook. So it's really just use the resources you already have. You can redo quizzes. It keeps the highest score, so you can't lose any points on those. Just redo the stuff we've already done. So now we have the postulates. These are so simple that we accept them as facts. So through any 2 points, there exists exactly one line. I can only draw that line. If I try to draw a different line, let me try to draw a line that goes this way. This is bad. But if I was like, well, what if it starts up? Well, no, see, I missed the other point. It doesn't work. So through any 2 points, there exists exactly one line. A line contains, so this is like the same thing but just backwards, contains at least 2 points. Because 2 points make a unique line, but then it has infinitely many. Alright, so it starts with 2, but once we get 2, then I make this line, then boop, 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 boop. I can make all these points. Wow. If 2 lines intersect, then their intersection is exactly, well, let's see. Let's make a line going this way, Let's make the line going this way. Alright, they intersect, and their intersection is exactly 1 point. So when two lines intersect, they form a point. Neat. Alright, remember, these might seem incredibly obvious, kind of silly. Why are we learning this? Building blocks of geometry. We have to know this stuff so we can understand the more complicated things. Alright, and through any three non-collinear points, there exists exactly one plane. And think about the stool. A three-legged stool, all three legs are always going to be on the ground. They can't rock back and forth. 3 points have to be collinear, and that defines a plane. And I have a four-legged stool. 4 points don't have to be collinear or coplanar. I should have been saying coplanar these last few sentences. 4 points don't have to be coplanar, but they can be. But that's when you kind of be on a stool that rocks. Legs aren't even. If 2 points lie on a plane, then the line containing them lies in the plane. Alright, this one's a little goofy, but if you think about it, just basically saying we have some plane. These 2 points lie on the plane, so if A and B lie on the plane, then line AB lies on the plane as well. Wow, so cool. And if 2 planes intersect, then their intersection is A. I'll try really hard to draw the hard picture. I think this is going to go bad. Don't make fun of me. Alright. Yeah, this is going to go horrible. I think I salvaged it a little bit. So these 2 planes are intersecting. I should have some dotted lines, but I'm not skilled enough to draw those. Can't change color on notability right now. But they're intersecting right there. Alright, oh my gosh, my notability. So their intersection is a line. Can't change color, can't zoom out, so this is a good time to end the video. Stay tuned for more.